it felt like my hand shifted away from my wrist about a foot. It literally felt like my skin was the only thing preventing my hand from falling on the floor. So I dislocated my wrist 3 days ago. Normal day at the gym. I wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary. I took a 45-pound plate off of the barbell, and then I grabbed it with my right hand, and I was going to put it back on the rack. And as I was bringing it to the rack, it felt like my hand shifted away from my wrist about a foot. It literally felt like my skin was the only thing preventing my hand from falling on the floor. I dropped the 45-pound plate. The natural reaction that I made, I heard a big clunk, and within a split second, it popped right back in. It was very strange, very weird, but popped it back in, and kind of looking at it, moving around, and I thought I was all right. I've had that happen with fingers before, and it hurts like hell when you pop it back in, but then you could kind of initially move it, and then, just like what happened with my fingers in the past, I actually finished my workout, but as the workout went on, it started, swelling, getting bigger, and the pain started getting worse and worse. By the time I got home, it was swollen, and I couldn't move my hand at all. I was icing on and off, 10-15 minutes on and off for the rest of the day. That kept the swelling down. Next morning I woke up and the swelling wasn't any worse. And that's when I started using the floss bands, the compression bands. Kelly Starrett refers to it as Voodoo flossing. And I gotta say, it hurt like hell, and I thought I made it worse. But I've been just making myself work with these compression bands and compressing the area and moving around and flossing, so to speak. And now 3 days later, it actually feels a lot better. I mean, it still hurts, but it's actually getting better, where I thought for sure I was not going to have any use of this hand for a couple weeks. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is because in the first episode of this vlog, I was doing an in-house experiment on overloading the eccentric, performing supramaximal eccentrics, how that affects your strength and power. It's been going real well, and I only have 2 workouts left, so I'm really interested in seeing how this worked. I don't want to start all over again, so I'm going to attempt to not miss this week's workout. I am going to floss the area. Again, before we get started, I'm gonna wrap the hell out of it. I got the safety bars up. I have to lower 455 pounds and press 355 today. I still don't have a ton of movement, although it's gotten a lot better. It hurts, but I'm able to squeeze. So as long as I don't really flex or extend too much, I think I'll be okay, but I needed to give that disclaimer because I figured you're all gonna ask why. I never even wear wrist wraps usually when I lift. I figured everybody's gonna ask, like, why are you lifting with this big cast and all these wraps on your right wrist? So that's the backstory, but I'm gonna attempt to push through it and get today's bench workout in. I have one of Kelly Starrett's Voodoo floss bands. It definitely works. If for nothing else, gives you some temporary relief. Usually when I first put this on, I just kind of move around for a couple seconds, just general movements. Nice and easy. I only keep it on for about a minute total. This one hurts. Oh. Oh definitely gave me some relief and movement. All right, here goes nothing. Damn! All right, so I am heading to the gym to meet Steve Weatherford, former NFL punter, the most jacked punter in the history of the NFL. He is going to do a podcast today. He was running a little bit late. We were supposed to work out, but we're going to save the workout for another time. So we're going to do the podcast. You're, Mr. Sampson, going to record some of the podcast, I believe, and Cameron has the NFL guys doing a lower body workout, so I think the viewers would probably enjoy watching that workout. So what do you think? We'll get some little tease of the podcast because people could listen to that in its entirety on the Industrial Strength Show, but you could spend most of your time filming Cameron and the NFL guys, give them a little bit of a behind the scenes there.
That sounds good. I'm tired of filming you, so.
Yeah, and you might want to put your seatbelt on for safety, son. Was that your thing beeping?
Yeah.
Safety first, kids.
You're gonna be on the vlog now. I'm filming this.
I'm not gonna be on a vlog.
Yes, you are. You have no control over me.
Okay. Come on.
Say hi to the
Look
people.
something, okay?
Ma, you're gonna be famous.
Hold on a second.
Oh shit!
Take the phone.
What's up?
I'm gonna grab my bag. I'll be right back.
What are you doing?
Just talking to Steve. He's like, I'm going to do the podcast with Joe. No, I gotta get a FaceTime, man.
Oh, very cool. I'm gonna get you. This is where we started a new little YouTube show as well. Now we're doing so.
Oh, really?
Matt Mayberry, Industrial Strength Show alum. I had no idea you were gonna be on the phone, on my desk right now.
There you go. It was great seeing you, man. I hope you and the family have a wonderful holiday. Let's connect in the new year, man. It's fine because we can collaborate and add value to each other.
Definitely, man. Looking forward to it. Take it easy. That was good. Good dude right there. Matt Mayberry. Matt, when I had my DeFranco energy bars, and they didn't even have a wrapper. They were just like silver, like aluminum foil with no name, no nutritional value, nothing. And I was only just giving them out to the athletes that I trained. He was my first order. He was in high school. He was actually like all-state, really good high school football player. Went to Indiana, but he was like my first non-DeFranco client to buy the DeFranco energy bars, and he's got a recognizable name, Matt Mayberry. So I always remembered his name. Then he was like a stud in college. He was the captain. I think he's the all-time leading tackler at Indiana. I played with the Bears for a little while, and we kind of became friends that way. And then he was on my podcast, and we still keep in touch. So very interesting. And now he knows Steve. It's like the 6 degrees of separation of DeFranco's gym. Very interesting.
Dude, small world, right?
How do you know Matt?
Dude, he reached out. He slid up in my DM like a month ago. We've been rapping for like I don't know, probably once or twice a month for the last like 6 weeks. Dude, I've had that bag for 7 years.
The thing that
every day.
Yeah,
I
right.
To the gym and people like are busting my ass about it. I'm like, dude, I paid $1,800 for that bag. I'm getting my money.
I'm gonna use it. Yeah, yeah.
So Joe, you're gonna get Louis Vuitton. You're gonna any Armani exchange. You're gonna go complete Jersey douchebag.
If Mrs. Claus is good, yes, yes. Welcome to episode number 92 of the Industrial Strength Show. Today we are going to get right into it. No small talk, no sponsors. We're not going to waste any time because sitting across from me is a 10-year NFL veteran, Super Bowl champion, now a fitness entrepreneur. He's been featured in and on the cover of multiple fitness magazines, mainly because he is the most jacked punter in NFL history.
He's really not saying much, man. I really liked my introduction up until the point where he's like, he is like the most jacked. I'm like, yeah, dude, say it.
Punter.
43.1.
Identify your dream.
You count that as the one.
9 out of 10 people will fail in making their dream because they lack the ability to execute, aka they don't want to work hard.
You know, going from being undrafted and then being cut 4 or 5, how many ever times before you make it with the Giants.
But I chose to use it as motivation. I was never known as the arm guy, you know?
Yeah.
Quite the opposite, man. I was like the ab guy, or the guy that could kick a ball a mile.
Yeah.
But, you know, a month goes by, 6 weeks go by, 8 weeks go by, people are like, dude, what is this program you're doing? You know, share these workouts. And, you know, so I would share a workout here or there, and then by the time we get to closer to the end of the 12 weeks, I hadn't measured my arms the entire time, and I got to day 94 before I achieved 19-inch arms. So I didn't quite make my goal. It took me 94 days, but I made it to 19 inches in 94 days. I want to offer this because it changed my life. And not only did it change the size of my arms, but it also went to reinforce the opinion that I have of the formula for prosperity. Yep. So the formula for prosperity, my goal, my dream was to get bigger arms, 19-inch arms. You know, the goals that I had were coinciding with getting 19-inch arms. And then the plan to be able to get 19-inch arms was Armageddon. You know, like that was my plan. All I had to do was execute it. So
Alright, so today we tried to experiment a little bit with the guys and do some band assisted jump work. I'm not 100% sure what the effects are going to be, hence the experimentation. We're going to use them as guinea pigs for a little bit. But basically, if you think of power, it is force times velocity. So if we're going to do a weighted jump, we're going to work a little bit more towards the force side of things. We're going to increase the force impact of the jump. So by doing these band assisted jumps, we're trying to do the opposite. We're trying to overload the velocity in the force velocity equation. So yeah, we take the bands here, we just throw it under the arms, and I basically just have them hold it like they're about to go parachuting. Just jump up as high as they can. With the help of the band, it's going to cause some more speed on the way up. So the idea is similar to doing like overspeed training with track and field sprinters, but now we're just trying to do it with jumping.
There's something to it. Monday when they wake up, they'll run outside, and even though these are exactly the same, they will fist fight. No, that's mine! And she's like, no, it's not, it's mine! And there will be a fist fight. This is so uneven. I'm like running out of ideas for this thing.
Yeah, I figured since you don't pay me, obviously you're going to give me a Christmas gift this year, and I think I know what I want for Christmas. I know you're tight with Dave Tate. Joe. Hello?